If you ever driven in New York City and used your navigation, that don't guarantee you a smooth ride. Starting a business is similar to that. It's like navigating New York City traffic at 5 o'clock during rush hour. You got all the plans mapped out. It's told you where to go, but as soon as you hit the street, what it didn't calculate was the double parked cars, the constructions, the sudden detours, people behind you honking before you even get a chance to move. In business, those detours happen every single day. Whether it's a supply chain issue, equipment breaking at 8 o'clock, managing new employees or current employees, or balancing the books, there's always something new.
Building a business actually looks like hard fucking work. Okay, I've been doing this for 14 years. I'm Alyssa Beller. I'm the founder and CEO of The Lip Bar. And I think that social media got y'all all fucked up. I think you should go beep on that. Because people think that building a business is about building a brand, and it is not. Having a brand matters, like it is what attracts people, but having a nice and pretty and beautiful brand is not what keeps you in business. And so what does building a business actually look like? It looks like true business fundamentals. It looks like you knowing your actual numbers. It looks like you hiring people who know how to do their job and trusting them to do their actual jobs. It looks like resilience. It looks like knowing that it will not always be up and to the left. Sometimes building a business is like a roller coaster, okay? And so if you have your business fundamentals intact, when that roller coaster goes down, you can survive until it goes back up, okay? So know that business is never this. It's always this, and it's your job as an entrepreneur, as a CEO, as a leader to make sure that you're protecting yourself, your employees, and your company in those moments of this. Right now, we are in a moment of this. Gas is $5.
Last year, I upended my life. I quit my job as a journalist, moved to France to train to become a pastry chef. My ultimate dream is to open up my own bakery, like my great-grandfather and father once did. But I gave myself a deadline. 1 year to come up with a plan for how to take this from a passion to something that will actually make money. I don't come from generational wealth, and I don't have a rich husband bankrolling me. My savings are on the line, and I'm taking this huge risk because I really believe that I can do this. And I have 3 months before that deadline is up. I've spent the last 9 months in pastry school and working in a boulangerie in France, and now that I'm back, it's time to get started. I'm not an expert, I'm not a businesswoman, I'm just a girl with a dream and a lot of guts. I know what it's like to have a passion and just not know where to start.
I've made a few million, and I had years where I barely survived. 20 years in the business, here's some advice I wish someone would have shared with me when I first started. Number 1, go niche. Do not try to serve everybody. Pick your thing. Choose your audience. Mine, vegan and gluten-free baked goods. Number 2, location matters. A tiny, crappy place in the middle of the city beats a beautiful facility in the middle of nowhere any day. I'm in New York City since 1992 for a reason. Number 3, narrow your menu. Much harder than you think. Don't do everything. Do a few items insanely well. Master it and then become the hype of the town.
You guys, we're in the process of buying a business in Dallas.
Crazy
To think about because we're still trying to figure out our beds, our furniture, and all that. So yeah, here's what happened. About a month before we relocated, we actually flew down to come check out a few different businesses. 3 that stood out was 1, a karate business. The second one was a donut shop. The third one was a bakery.
So let me first start with the donut shop. I didn't know donut shops print that much.
That was mad.
Like
that was
it was crazy.
It was like on the outside, it looks like some random corner shop, and then you go in and you're seeing all this traffic of people coming in and out. These people were printing. Business number 2 was a karate studio. That one was really cute. I really liked it. Plus, he has
I have a brown
belt.
Honorary black belt, people.
So I thought that would be really cute, and I love dealing with kids. Business number 3 is a bakery.
A Korean bakery.
A Korean bakery. Their pastries were amazing.
It's to die for. Like, we went there.
I'm gonna die for pastries though, but
we went there the day we landed, and then we came back the second day, and then while we were going back to the airport to Maryland,
we stopped by.
That's it was that good.
Okay, so those are the 3 different businesses. We'll carry you along the journey.
See who just bought a whole bunch.
7 years ago, my sister and I decided that we were going to quit our jobs and open a food truck full time. Since then, we've had our highs and lows, but we learned so much and we faced a lot of obstacles, but we really overcame them. So hi, we're Sid and Sam, the owners of For Goodness Cakes Food Truck. It's been a while since we've introduced ourselves, so I figured now would be the perfect time. We're sisters, we're 5 years apart, and yes, we do get along very well. The number one question we get is, how do you have a business with your sister? We would kill each other. And the answer is, I don't know. We just do, and we don't kill each other. We actually get along really well. I think our secret is that Sam is very type A and has a background in business. And me, I'm Sid, I'm very type B and I have a background in baking. So Sam really does keep things organized while I just kind of go with the flow and do what I need to do. We both love what we do and we love our customers who are now our friends. And if you ever see us out in public, we probably are together. So feel free to say hi. And thanks so much for watching.
Emotions don't scale business, data does.
Come on.
Emotions don't scale business, data does. If you're typically, you're treating your business like your baby. This is your project. This is your prized possession. Everything must work. Every decision must pan out. It has to be a win. Otherwise, you feel emotionally defeated or emotionally impacted by something not working out, right? And now you're sending emails based on emotion. You're making hiring and firing decisions based on emotions. You're talking to your customers. You're responding to requests based on emotions, and your business will suffer. Emotions can't scale or run or manage your business. It has to be facts. So if you are an entrepreneur right now and you're operating from a high level of emotion, you're like, yeah, I get what you're saying, Donnie, but business is personal. You're right, it is. That's why you got to get some people who are non-personally attached to your business running it.
Your first business will be messy, but it will change you forever. Nobody tells you this, but your first business will be chaos. It won't be perfect. It won't be polished. You'll make mistakes. You will doubt yourself. And there will be moments where you wonder if you were ever built for this. But here's the part that no one talks about. It's supposed to be messy because it's not just about building a business. It's about building you. It forces you to let go of the version of yourself that played it safe, that waited for permission, that believed stability was something the world gave you. The second you make your first dollar from something you created, something inside you shifts. You can't unsee it. You can't go back because now you know security was never in a job or a degree or in anyone else's hand. It was in you all along. Perfect businesses don't change people, but the decision to start, that changes everything.
What's a business lesson you learned the hard way?
One business lesson I learned the hard way is that your systems have to match the level of growth you are asking for. Okay, when I launched my recent cohort, I realized very quickly that I was not set up in the way that I should have been. And I'm grateful for that lesson because growth exposes the weak spots. It shows you what can't stay informal if your goal is to scale. A lot of women want more visibility, more clients, and more money, but they haven't built the structure to actually hold the demand. Your brand can attract the opportunity, your systems have to hold it. This last launch was insane, but I'm grateful for it because I was able to spot all of my gaps and grow from it. And that's the T. You continue to refine yourself and build and evolve. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship.
If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to be okay with being broke. You have to be comfortable being broke. You have to be comfortable with the fact that you might have $0 today and $15,000 tomorrow and then back again. You have to be comfortable with that ebb and flow. What I don't recommend you do, however, is get with somebody who has a 9-to-5 mentality. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, but it is just two different ways of thinking. A person with a 9-to-5's biggest fear is not having a job, and an entrepreneur's biggest fear is having to have a 9-to-5 job. Two different ways of being. If you are an entrepreneur and you are dating somebody or interested in being around somebody in that way who has a 9-to-5, be prepared to be misunderstood. Be prepared to be looked at like you're crazy because they will not understand you. They are not going to understand what it is to flip your middle finger up at the world and say, I'm not doing this. I'm about to go create something for myself and I'm going to live invoice to invoice. And those invoices may be months apart. You may have to take a gig between invoices. You may have to take a part-time job between invoices, but you are not getting ready to give 40 hours away to anybody. Somebody who works 40 hours every week, it is unfathomable to them. That level of, as they would see it, uncertainty. I personally think that having a 9-to-5 is the most uncertain thing you could ever do because if the company goes belly up or they make cuts, you out. At least as an entrepreneur, if you comfortable enough being broke, you know that you're going to make that money eventually. And entrepreneurs are very hopeful, very optimistic, have very high levels of faith. You have to, because you don't know when the next invoice coming in.